The 1969 Mr. Olympia tournament, it was Arnold's first Olympia. He finished second behind Sergio Oliva, who won the title for the third time in a row. Subscribe. The 1970 Mr. Olympia tournament here Schwarzenegger was able to get into shape equal to Olive, and the judges could not decide for a long time which of them was better and, as a result, gave the victory to Arnie. Subscribe. The 1971 Mr. Olympia tournament, it was a very strange tournament in which, due to political differences in the bodybuilding environment, Arnold was the only participant in the competition and, accordingly, received the title. Subscribe. The 1972 Mr. Olympia tournament, at this tournament, Schwarzenegger has already surpassed athletes such as Sergio Oliva, Franco Columbu, and Frank Zane. It was the last Olympia for Oliva, and he thought he should have won. What do you think? Subscribe. The 1973 Mr. Olympia tournament, this was arguably Arnold's best form at the Olympics. This year, he competed with Franco Columbu and Serge Nibur and defeated them. Subscribe. The 1970 for Mr. Olympia tournament, at this tournament, the organizers introduced two weight categories and an absolute one. Franco Columbu and Frank Zane fought in the 90.7 kilograms category, and Columbu took first place, and there were already 3 participants over 90.7 kilograms. Schwarzenegger, Lou Ferrigno, and subscribe. The 1975 Mr. Olympia tournament, at this tournament, the scenario was almost the same as a year earlier, with the only difference being that there were more participants. Arnold's competitors are still the same: Zane, Columbu, Ferrigno, and Nibur. It was Schwarzenegger's 6th victory in a row. This AC subscribe. The 1980 Mr. Olympia tournament, after a 5-year break from performing at the Olympia, Schwarzenegger won one of the most scandalous Olympic Games. He wasn't in the best shape even by his own admission. Many people think that Mike Mentzer or Chris Dickerson or Frank Zane should have won. But I subscribe. In those years, the fee was $1,000 or $1,500, and Arnold Schwarzenegger was a 7-time champion of the MR Olympia. Subscribe.